Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We are back live once again for your 580 and under final day, coming to you live here from Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We have Bryce Powell from Drumheller, CJ Smith from Edmonton, ready to do some battle. We are in for a very good day of pool here. Lots of things happening here today on, I'll give you the rundown tail of the tape, so to speak. So on the A side, we have Sandy Badger, James Hornby doing battle, Ray Panta and Aaron Watchmaker doing battle, Adam Smith and Bill Christensen, CJ Smith and Bryce Powell. On the B side, Martin Calle, Chris Dion, great match. Winner of that will move on to play Joey Bettis. We have Steve Legg and Alan Cusack doing battle on the B side. Winner of that will move on to play Herman Porman. Peter Mason, Kelly Lydiard also on the B side doing battle. And Corey Saddleback, Warren Venny. That'd be a great match. Also a B side match. And we are underway. That is CJ Smith with the break, making the 3-hour trek down from Edmonton. And good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're doing well this fine early Sunday morning. Appreciate you tuning in. And of course, you know what to do from here. Should be an unwritten rule when you join in on the stream. First thing you got to do is help me out, hit that share button. Once again, I'll be manning the mic mostly by myself today. Nice control. Can't quite tell if he got to the 9 ball. May have to go rail first. Or he has the option on the 13 to run that up to the top left-hand corner. .13 to the corner it is. Does have to watch the cue ball here. Try and either stick around just on the outside, caught it a little thick. However, it does take over the pocket for that 4 ball. That will bring Bryce to the table. And again, he is from Drumheller, for those not familiar with where Drumheller is. It's about a 45-minute drive northeast of Calgary. New York City. Checking in. How are you? Appreciate the sharing, guys. And once again, we will be giving away some cash here today on one of the difficult shots that I determined throughout any of the matches here today. If the player makes that shot, they are awarded $50 courtesy of Q Sports Live. If that shot is made, I will announce it on the live stream. The next person to comment with that sharer badge above your name will also take home $50 cash. Although it's hard for me to send cash to y'all, so it'll be PayPal or e-transfer or some other way. But I'm sure if it gets there, it's not going to matter to you how it gets there. So long as it gets there, that's the important part. The brackets can be found on Challenge. You want to search High Stakes U580. There'll be 2 of them that pop up. You want the latter of the 2. Mark, you need to share it. You need that share badge. So you gotta share it so it's public. Once you share the stream and you've made it public, that will earn you that sharer badge above your name. So for those that are just tuning in, the 580 and under, this was a $500 entry fee. $50 of that went to green fee and admin fee. There were 40 players, so puts it at almost a $20,000 prize pool. First place going to take home $6,500. We are going to do everything we can to make sure that the finals are streamed today. With the COVID restrictions in place, I do have to stop the stream at 11 o'clock tonight, regardless of whether they are finished or not. So we are going to do everything we possibly can to make sure all the matches get played out before we need to shut down. And if you didn't tune in yesterday, I've got some big announcements here from Q Sports Live. We'll run through that perhaps once this rack is done. But something we've been working on. I know we've been fairly silent throughout COVID, not for lack of wanting to go live, just not the ability to do so. So while that was going on, we were busy at work in the background, trying to come up with some new things that we wanted to accomplish. So stay tuned for that. Look at all those sharer badges, guys. I love it and very much appreciated. I will always do my best for you to keep you entertained as much as I possibly can. So once again here with Bryce at the table, it's that 4-ball that's going to cause the issues. So you might have to take this 5 to the top right-hand corner, maybe a touch of draw, stay on the bottom side of center to take the 6-ball or 7-ball into the side pocket. Oh, he dug down. He wanted to go for that right now. I was going to say you could get there off the 2-ball. The cue ball obviously moved the 2-ball, but you could have got to the 4 off the 2. However, that will present CJ with an opportunity to draw first blood. Indeed, it worked. Mark, I wouldn't steer you wrong. Just share, make it public, and you earn the sharer badge. That would make you eligible. And we're gonna continue with that. So every time that we go live, we're gonna figure out a way to try and give away some cash somehow. So again, once you do join in on the live stream, most important, share the stream, make it public. That way you would be eligible for any of the things that we want to give away. It looks like CJ is lining this up to cut this into that left-hand side pocket. Oh no, playing safety. Look at this shot. Look at that shot. That right there is a really well-played safety. Very well done. Really nice control. Morning, Raman. How are you? I am doing well. Voice is still a little bit hoarse there from commentating yesterday. My vocals with not having done so many streams here over the last 4 to 6 months. I'm out of practice. Oh, great effort there from Bryce. Nice little tap of the table recognition from CJ. Love to see that. Great sportsmanship. And not a bad play back here from Bryce. It does leave CJ in on this 9-ball. Would really like to go through 2 or 3 rails around off that 9-ball to get the 10. However, the 12 is in the way. Might be able to slip under there. That gets a little bit risky. So play the smart shot. Oh, did he get there? And does he have enough to get to that 10 ball without connecting with the 5? Can he go off the top rail and back into it? Hello, Darla. Planning to come down today and watch and be more jealous. Indeed. Look at this shot. Nice little nudge on the 4. Doesn't quite get there on the 10. Still has the shot, has a hit. Unfortunately, the 6 ball, I believe, is blocking that side pocket bank shot. Can't even go with the double because the 5 ball is also blocking that side pocket. He's looking, and based on that reaction, he might have a ball width to make it into that right-hand side pocket. Nowhere really to duck and hide here either, no matter where you put that cue ball. What would I do if I was at the table? I'd probably take out the 5 ball. I just purposely foul. I'm gonna leave that 10-4 clustered and take away the best break opportunity, which is the 5 ball. So I'm just gonna pot the 5 ball. Mr. Brommeland, how are you, my good man? Yeah, I think I probably would have purposely fouled there and just made that 5 ball, take away the best breakout ball that he's got, and make Bryce do the work. So Bryce in a good position here, can draw first blood. Important shot here. You got to get good on this 5 ball. Hits that really well. Should be able to just stun this in. Got a little bit of a draw, but no problem. That puts the 8 ball top right-hand corner. Very nice. Just like that, Bryce Powell draws first blood. And as I mentioned, guys, we were working in the background. This is what we've been working on. It is the Q Sports Live International Pool League. Lots and lots of details to come. Pay attention to the Q Sports Live Facebook page this week. A ton of details about what's going on with it, all the details. We will be going live next week. I would venture to say Saturday evening with a Q&A geared to everything surrounding the Q Sports Live Pool League. It is international. It is worldwide. That is our goal. That is our intention. I'll speak more to our end goal, which is to have obviously the Ghost, but also singles, team play, all the different games, 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, so on and so forth. We're in conversations with a couple of different people, Lance being one of them. That will hopefully be BCA and VNEA sanctioned, supported by Fargo rate. So excited to kind of get that moving. We should be in a position to start taking pre-registration for December 1st, with the first week of play starting the week of January 4th. So a few differences between the Q Sports Live League and perhaps some of the others out there. Obviously, we are not restricted by brick and mortar. We want to open things up, do things properly, and allow everybody to compete on a worldwide scale. So really looking forward to it. Well, and Trevor, to answer that question, does this guy know how masks work? I'm sure they do, but you never know, and this is why I try not to judge those that are wearing them or not wearing them. But there could be underlying issues, underlying health issues if you've got asthma or, in my case, I'm very, very claustrophobic. That being said, I still make the effort because it is the mandate by the Alberta Health Services that masks must be worn. So if you see people that don't quite wear them properly, there may be underlying issues that perhaps we're not aware of. Ram and I will try to do that for sure. I attempted that yesterday with not so much luck. I will attempt to do that today as well. I'll pin the draw sheet. And hello, Lissa. Good to see you again. Hope things are well for you. Yeah, no troubles at all, Trevor. So it looks like he's going to try to play this 14 into the side pocket. Maybe he's cutting to the corner. Can't quite tell. The 10 is going to be tough. Nice shot. Very well done. Nice control. 9 and 10 seem to be the problematic situations, and no real way to get to either one of them. Certainly you want to go down. I might play the 15 first here and use the angle on the 13 to maybe break into the 9 ball, get angle on the 12 ball. Eight ball down early. That's never a good situation. CJ Smith will accept it though. That puts us at a tie ball game. So we'll give a shout out to one of the tournament sponsors for this event, Mitch Map Attack. He is local to Calgary. And if you are in need of a new or used vehicle, make sure you hit him up, 403-863-4122. He is the man with the plan. He can get you hooked up for whatever you're looking for. You might recognize the name. It's Mark Map Attack. That's Mitch's brother. Mark Map Attack was the one of the guys responsible for putting this event on. Both him and Warren Venny had the idea, and when they first announced this event with a $500 entry fee for the 580 and under, it sold out in 24 hours. It was unbelievable. There we go. Jim Orzel helping me out, posting the link to the draw. Good morning, Mr. Wilson. Hope everybody is doing well this fine Sunday morning. I certainly appreciate you tuning in. Listen to me babble on. A miss there from CJ. Not happy with himself. Perhaps it's a little bit of morning pool. I know myself, and anybody that's followed Q Sports Live for any amount of time knows that morning pool and I, we don't see eye to eye. It's not my favorite thing. My brain doesn't seem to want to get into pool mode. Not this early. To me, this should be banned. Morning pool. Pool shouldn't happen until at least 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Scratch on the 8 is not a loss, but when the 8 goes down, that is a loss. And good morning, Monique. How are you? A or B side match. This is an A side match, guys. So it is a race to 7, both sides. A side and B side both racing to 7. Oh, nice shot there from Bryce. Nice control. Wanted to get onto the 10 ball, I believe, there, but he still has the 9 ball. He's got to get underneath the 12-14 down at the other end of the table. Both of those are going to have to come down to the, or at least one of those are going to have to come down to the bottom right-hand corner. Morning pool is 50-50 for me, indeed. And I'll say that for myself, too. There's been a couple of morning matches that I've played that I kind of shocked myself and wondered what the heck is going on, because I don't normally play very well in the morning, but I've had a couple of matches that I've played decent. I won't say well, but I've played decent. But again, it's just not something that should be happening. However, with Alberta Health Services now mandating, if my memory is correct, last call for alcohol is at 10 o'clock and you must be closed at 11 o'clock. And with a 40-player tournament, that would mean we kind of have to start early in order to get things done. And I know that Mark and Steph, they're going to work hard to get through the entire event here so that we can at least stream the finals before we have to close down. So I would expect a pretty fast pace, really not a lot of wait time between shutdowns. Same as yesterday, they got through yesterday fairly well. But certainly not going to be a lot of time between matches. So they are going to try to burn through them to get us at least to the finals before we have to shut down. So we will do our best. Good morning, Shirley. I'm assuming you're talking about the Q Sports Live Pool League. I just went through that again this morning. But yes, I'm really excited about kind of getting into the nitty-gritty details of that. Make sure you've gone onto the Facebook page and hit the like button, not just follow. If you're just following the page, it won't give you all of the updates, but certainly if you've liked the page, you'll get all the updates. We will post a ton of information throughout this coming week, and then Ben and myself will be live with a Q&A. I would venture to say Saturday evening, and that will be 100% geared to the Q&A for the Pool League. They are playing BCA rules, indeed. Five ball for CJ, sitting in a rather bad position. And plays the smart shot. Nice safety there. So Bryce is either going to have to go rail first here on the 14 ball, or he can do a Michael Jordan impression, go airtime. Don't know. Can he see the whole ball? I didn't think he could see the whole ball on that 14. Maybe he's trying the back cut. He can see the outside edge of the 12 ball, back cut that into the bottom left-hand corner. Only issue I have with that is it brings in the side pocket. Good morning, Mr. Wade. Oh, he could see the whole ball. Easy breezy, he says. Watch this. Nice little controlled shot here with the 12 ball. Pot it to the top right-hand corner. Float ahead. Nudge that 1 ball for the 8 into that left-hand side pocket. Oh, caught too much, but he gets decent position anyway. That'll go into the right-hand side pocket. Really nicely controlled. Very well done. Bryce regains the lead. And once again, guys, if you are just tuning in, we are going to be giving away some cash here today. Throughout the day, I will choose on difficult shots. Whoever's attempting that shot, if they make that shot, I will give them $50 cash, courtesy of Q Sports Live and one of our sponsors. That also presents an opportunity for our viewers to also win 50 bucks cash. In order to do so, just share the stream, make it public. That will earn yourself that sharer badge. And once that shot is made, I'll let you know. And the next person to comment that does have that sharer badge will also earn themselves 50 bucks. It was Kevin yesterday, viewer, longtime viewer of Q Sports Live. He won himself 50 bucks. And we will be doing that again today. Yeah, you are correct. No win if the 8 goes in off the break. It's simply a potted ball. It would then be spotted and the breaker will continue to shoot. How's my back these days? It was a little bit sore yesterday, and I guess if I'm going to be honest with everybody, I woke up, or when I went to bed last night, my left foot was a little bit numb. This morning, it has now gone into both my feet, from roughly my ankles kind of down to my toes on the left outside of my foot. So a little concerning, but certainly nothing that's going to stop me from going live today. That's for sure. I'll probably head in to see the doctor tomorrow or whenever I can get an appointment. See what's going on. But it also could be yesterday. I think I sat in this chair for maybe 11 hours, 10 hours yesterday. So it could be just from that, but we'll certainly go get it checked out. So again, a little bit clustery here. The low ball has that 6 ball that is a little bit hampered. Also the 3 ball. 3 does go into the bottom right, but you've got to play position on that on the left-hand side. So really it's, and even with, is he going up over the 8? Wow. Oh, gets the bad roll. Does break out the 3, but gets rather unlucky to be married to the backside. Might be able to play that 3 off the 9, perhaps into the top left-hand corner. I can't tell if there's any distance. Let's see if our other camera here can. Oh, there is some distance there. There is some space in between. See if I can get you a little bit tighter in there. I'll show you what he's looking at. So that's the amount of space he's working with between the cue ball and the 3 ball. So not a whole lot of space, but there is some. And we'll see what he does with it here. Is it CJ that's up 2-1, Mike? I could have very easily, it is the morning time. I could have very easily marked that under the wrong score. Good morning, Gord. How are you this morning? Oh, a nice little control shot, tie up the 9 ball. So he does have the breakout with the 10 into the left-hand side pocket. Yeah, thanks, Adam. I like that camera too. I don't remember to use it enough, but I'll certainly try and make sure that I do that today. It's a great camera. You can zoom in really tight on a shot. Nice little rub on that 11. Wanted a touch more, maybe one more half ball rotation on that 11. Just set it in front of the side pocket. But again, Bryce certainly in control of the table here. with the position of the 6 and 3 for CJ. Oh, it just caught the horn. You know it, David. I could use a couple of those, actually. It was a long, long day of commentating yesterday. Going to be another one today, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge if you guys are. I'll be here all day. Hopefully I'll see some of you all stay with me. Yeah, you know it. You know it, Mike. It's an expensive camera. I think we paid $3,000 or something for that camera, but it's definitely something that we wanted the ability to do, is kind of get right tight in on the action, and that camera certainly allows us to do that. So Bryce looking good here to make this a tie ball game. Yeah, John, buddy, I hear you. It's I've got a few back issues that stem from accidents and just the life of the life I've led. So it certainly presents itself with challenges at times, but I love the game too much to let that interfere with what I do. So I appreciate it. I could also use a 4x4 LAN. That's very true. I can use a couple of those. Yeah, Gord. I've kind of heard how things are in your neck of the woods, and this is why. So I'll go into a little bit of detail here with the Q Sports Live Pool League. Obviously, we have to start with the Ghost League first, with various stages of the country, not only the country, various stages all over the world of openness and so on and so forth with COVID restrictions. Very nice shot there from CJ. We kind of felt it important that when we release the Pool League, that it gives players the opportunity that if they have a table at home or have a friend or what have you that has a table, that we can create something where people could play at home, be competitive, and still keep the skills sharp and so on and so forth. So that's why we're starting with the Ghost League, and really it'll open up the potential to play against people, not only locally, but around the world, and that's our true goal. We want to kind of bring pool to the stages of what we think it deserves, and I think it deserves the same attention as any other pro sport out there. With pros being able to get paid to be a pro, and that's ultimately what I want to do with not only the Pool League, but some of the other aspirations that I've got in what I want to do with the game. I kind of went into it a little bit yesterday. I'll keep it shorter today, but with me having two boys, they both love the game. When they get to the point where they can choose whether they want to play and take it to whatever levels they want to go to, I want to have it to the point where pool is recognized as a sport, and see if we can't influence it to be better than what it is. So that's honestly my true intention. It's a lot to do with my kids and my passion for the game, and that's really what my motivation is. And if you know me, you know very well that I'm not going to stop, and I won't rest until that happens. So that's where my efforts are. Oh, nice shot there from CJ. Breaking in, getting the 6 ball out of trouble. He may be able to thin that 6 into that top left-hand corner. That puts him into breakout 2 ball, leaving really the only issue on the table is the 1 ball. Oh, he put inside on it. Does he get the back rub? It was close. Might be able to play the 2 off 11. Into that left-hand side. Does he have enough room to just straight cut that? I'm not sure if he does. He may have to play that 2 off the 11 if he can. I can't quite tell the angle. I wonder if our lovely PTZ camera can give us a better idea as to what's going on there. Yeah, it looks a little bit tight to just straight cut that 2. But does he have enough of the 2 to play it off the 11? Option, of course, he can cross bank the 1 ball. Cross bank that 1 ball down to the, or up to the top right-hand corner. Need to get pool to the Olympics. I would agree with you, Gord. There's certainly aspects of that I've looked into. And part of the reason, at least from my understanding, part of the reason it is recognized as a sport by the IOC. The IOC is the International Olympic Committee. The problem is lower than that, so you get into the Gaming Commission in the States and the liquor control boards here in Canada that do not recognize pool as a sport. So really it's the lower level below the IOC committee where you hit the snag. And I have had conversations with Jimmy Weich, with Tyler Steyer, Johan, on how we can make that happen. And I do have plans to do that. It's just going to take a few steps to be in place before that happens. The pool league is certainly the start of that, but it is something I've kind of looked into. Yeah, of course, Gord. You've been a long-time follower of Q Sports Live, and we appreciate it for sure. Yes, they are pro cuts. They are 4 1/4 inch pockets, playing on a diamond 7-foot table. And if you are just tuning in, it is the 580 and under Fargo rated tournament. 40 players signed up for this event. $500 entry fee. $50 of that entry fee went into green fee and administration fee. So with 40 players at $450, puts it pretty darn close to a $20,000 prize pool. First place will be walking away with $6,500. Pretty darn sporty for a weekend's worth of work. Also, guys, I am following along with the comments on YouTube, so if you are watching on YouTube, certainly if you have any questions, heck, if you have any answers for me, let me know. Good morning, Mr. Silva. How are you this morning? If they let ping pong in, I would agree with you, Gord. Same as skateboarding. I heard prior to the pandemic, they had let professional skateboarding in. Great shot from Bryce. Clawing 1 back on his ticker. And we'll give a shout out to a long time sponsor of Q Sports Live, Jam Up Apparel, guys. If you haven't been there, please make sure you go check them out. JamUpApparel.com. Lots of things happening at Jam Up, obviously with the traditional pool jerseys and so on and so forth for teams or even your singles. Make sure you go hit them up. They've got masks available as well. You can customize those if you do have a business. And they've kind of branched out now in doing business wear as well. So for any of your corporate business branded apparel, hit up Jam Up Apparel. They can get some custom branded things done for you. And Bryce launches that cue ball off the table. So that'll give CJ ball in hand. And I would assume he's going to shoot this 14 ball. You'll see the 6, 14, 4, 5 kind of clustered down there if you can get that 14 out of there. The rest of the high balls look pretty decent. That would give him run of the table. I think it goes a little bit beyond that, Peter, is just pocket size. There's a lot of things that need to happen with the game of billiards before it makes it into the Olympics. Part of the biggest issue, and I've said this a lot last year, the biggest issue, at least in my opinion, and I know I've got a few other people that would agree with me, but the biggest issue as I see with pool is the lack of structure. We certainly have structure in terms of league play and so on and so forth. There's a lot of different leagues, but there's a lot of different rule sets, whether they're world standard, BCA, VNEA, APA. There's so many different standards, and there's really nobody out there that has taken control of everything and said this is how you structure it, right from going from a junior or sub-junior, junior through the amateur ranks to a pro player. There's no structure that's put in place. There is no pro card that you get, and that lack of structure, when you look at it in terms of business, it does not allow for investors to really put a lot of money into it, which is why we don't see a lot of money in pool, is the lack of structure. And hopefully we can influence some change that way. Again, it's a very long, convoluted process and conversation, so I don't want to get too much into it. We can do that certainly in one of the Q&As. But one of the things I'm looking at tackling is exactly that. But again, it all starts with what we want to do and put this pool league together. Hopefully, you guys will support the pool league. It's going to be run a little bit differently than what most are acclimated to. We think it's going to be done the way that pool should be done, which means that every game matters, every point matters, every ball, every shot. It's all going to matter. So, looking forward to hearing y'all's questions when we go live Saturday evening. Oh, awesome, Chris. Jam Up does some quality work, let me tell you. Are we on track to finish by 10? We're going to push for it, I can tell you. Both Mark and Steph are doing everything they possibly can with the COVID restrictions in place now, having last call at 10, shut down by 11. It will make it a little bit tight, but they are pushing to get us through and have us finished up before we have to shut down. So hopefully that'll happen. Is he playing that 2 off the 6? Indeed. Wow, great shot. Really, really nice shot. 15 came in and kind of complicated things a little bit, but I think he'll be okay here. So Bryce Powell and I used to play on a pool team. I believe it was in the B division way back in the day. Look out. Wow. So anyway, yeah, we used to play pool on a pool team. I believe it was a B team. Now this is going back some years. And then he quit playing for a bit, and I believe it was Vancouver. He moved to Vancouver at one point and stopped playing. And he's just recently moved back. He's back in Drumheller and dusted off the old cues. And good to have him back in the game again. So not terrible. Leaves Bryce the 6 ball, but he is hampered on the bridging by the 12 ball, and it's carrying the cue ball away from the 8 ball. So tough to play position here and get a shot into the top right-hand corner. So you may play position for the corner bank here. I'm pretty sure what he's looking at. So a nice pocket weight shot on the 6 ball to the bottom right-hand corner. Just kind of float that in. Now he's looking at going up table and corner banking down to the bottom left. I think that's the right shot. Typically, if you're going to try to get back up table, you've got to hit that with a little bit more power. And when you're hampered on the bridge, you start to power up and you lose a little bit of accuracy. So I kind of like what he did here. Nice little corner. Oh my God, he cut it. Wow. Oh, what a shot. What a shot from Bryce. Pulls it out. Pulls it out to go. Tie ball game, 3-3. What a shot. What a shot. That was crazy. There is some arguments, I guess, that way, Peter. This is why you see Chinese pool now becoming a little bit more prevalent. The government decided that they were going to try to push to get it into the Olympics. And it's actually the government that has committed, the last I heard it was 10 million from the Chinese government. They've committed that amount of money to try to bring pool to the next level. So, yeah, what a great shot that was. Amazing. There's no way I'd have thought he'd have cut that down there, but he certainly did. Great shot. You know what? You are correct. Looks like one of the coins is at 4-2. I will see if I can double check on the score. It may be 4-2 Bryce. Yeah, John, Bryce just recently came back, I believe, within the last year or so anyway, and then decided to dust off the cues and come out and play some pool. So good on him. I'm glad he came back in. Look at this run. Look at this run. Bryce Powell going to work. Oh, great control. Really nice shot. You're starting to see Bryce kind of settle into the morning pool. Great run out. Really well done. Now I'm going to see where he moves that coin to. Okay, so he is at 5. Which I knew. 2, 3, 4, 5. But where? 1, 2. Yeah. So it is 5-2. Yes, Peter, the Chinese pool tables, they are certainly different, definitely more challenging. They use the what's known as, I guess, the snooker cut pockets, the rounded edge. They are extremely small pockets, but still played with the same regulation size balls as what you're seeing on the table now. So really, really, really difficult table. They make it tough, and I'm kind of happy for that. But I would love to be able to practice on a Chinese 8-ball table. Yeah, I would agree with you, Daryl. It's going to take more than just me. I'm only one voice out there. This is why I've been talking with some of the guys out there that even have a bigger voice than I do. Those would be guys like Jimmy White, Tyler Steyer, Johan. These are the type of guys that we need to band together with, come up with a plan, and execute that plan. And really, we've had several conversations, myself and Jimmy and Tyler, on exactly this, and it is in the plans. It is something that we've talked about, but it's all got to start with one thing and then let it roll into another, and that is exactly why the Q Sports Live Pool League, that is the start of that, is to give us a platform to say, look, this is what we can do. Here's the rules we're using. This is why we're using those rules, etc. So it is more than just a pool league that we're trying to establish. So again, we'll get more into the nitty-gritties of that on Saturday evening, and just know that there's plans above and beyond stuff that we're releasing now. There's a lot of things in the background that we're working on. I'm not counting the pockets. I go by the what normal practice there is, and that's going off of the diamond spots. So he is at 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, he's at 5. And again, Bryce looking good. Looking good to put himself on the hill. Wants a little bit of angle on that one ball. Needs to get up there somewhere around the middle of the table, just by that side pocket. That will do to put himself on the hill. Indeed. And I'm just going to double check and make sure. I do have that score correct, guys. The score is 6-2 in favor of Bryce Powell. Yeah, I'm. You know, it's certainly going to take a little bit of time. I'm not going to, you know, rush into it and do things the wrong way just to get things done. It's got to be done the right way. And Brent, I would agree. I'm kind of looking forward to see what we can influence and what we can do to come up with. And they have decided they're going on break, guys. They're going to take a quick. CJ's going to take a quick little breather. So my emoji guy says you're on the clock. Which really doesn't mean a whole lot. I have no control over anything that way. The only thing I control is the stream. I don't control the guys. I don't control how long they go for break. That's all on them. But
that's a 6 of 5:36.
Oh, that's all good, Keith. No worries at all. And good morning, Barb. How are you this morning? So players just went on break. They are in timeout. So in the meantime and in between time, we will show you a long-time sponsor of Q Sports Live, Jacoby Custom Cues, guys. If you haven't been to Jacoby site, go take a look. It is the home of the Jacoby Black as well. If you're looking to get your hands on one, let us know here at Q Sports Live. We do get a little bit of a discount on those and any other cue made by Jacoby. So if you're looking to get your hands on any of the Jacoby product, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. We'll get back to you. We'll let you know how we can help you out. Our shots timed? Unfortunately not, Peter. It does come down to staffing. You know, this is we're not in a Vegas event, and even in Vegas, it's VNEA, BCA, APA, all those big leagues. When you play in Vegas, it does come down to staffing and having, you know, you'd have to almost have a ref at every table in order to ensure that that timeframes are met. So it's more on players. Players do have, you know, their own responsibilities to make sure that they're playing at the proper pace. You know, but not in this event anyway. So this is top 16. I don't think we're quite at top 16 yet. I think there's a couple of matches on the B side that need to get finished up before we're top 16. But again, those brackets are available on Challenge. When you get onto Challenge, do a search for high stakes U580. You'll want the second one that you see. One that says 40 players. There's one, I believe, that's in there that says 38 players. Make sure you click on the one that says 40 players. So we'll give you a little bit of trivia while the break is happening. What's the race for the final? Still be race to 7. Race to 7 on both sides. I believe it is a true double dip, though. There you go. Jim says this round is round 4, and he just counted, and there is indeed 16. No set time, Neil. Usually the player doesn't take too long of a break, maybe 5 minutes, if that. They know that they're on camera, and I think I think CJ's more or less just trying to go and collect his thoughts, come back in and be ready to rock and roll. So I'll also let you know something that's not on our trivia cards, but something I was researching the other day, that billiards is responsible for the plastics industry. It was because of billiards that the plastic industry was created and formed. Does anybody out there know why that happened? How is billiards responsible for creating the plastics industry? Yeah, so Peter, it would still be a double elimination. So the B player coming off of the B side would have to beat the A side winner twice in a race to 7 to win. And we are back at it. Oh, very close. Very, very close, Lisa. It definitely does have something to do with the ivory industry. But yeah, very, very close answer. So a little bit of a clustered up table here. Bryce may be taking the 5-6 combination, maybe. Maybe he's playing the 5-10 combination. I do like the high ball, or sorry, CJ at the table right now. I do like the high ball a little bit better than the low ball. So a little bit clustered up here again. No, it wasn't harmful to the cloth. No, wasn't to the damage or structure of it. What ended up happening is in the early days, we all know that billiard balls were made from ivory, and in order to get tusks large enough, they had to shoot a lot of elephants. And out of a tusk, if you were really, really, really good at turning, you may be able to get 5 billiard balls out of an ivory tusk. So not only was it wasteful, but there's only so many ivory tusks to go around. And so I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he looked at it and went, you know what, there's only going to be so many ivory pieces that we're going to be able to get. So it's really limiting to the future of what billiards is. And so he put out a challenge, and I believe it was in the 1800s, maybe early 1900s. And he put out a $10,000 challenge for anybody that could come up with a product that would emulate ivory. And they went to work, and it, in fact, was the creation of the first plastic. Was what they used for billiard balls. So from there, plastics obviously is now a massive industry, but it was created out of the need because of the lack of ivory and the future of billiards. So $10,000 back in those days was an astronomical amount of money. So it's a really interesting read, and I can't remember where I saw that, where I was reading that, but really, really interesting that it is the billiards industry that is a direct responsibility for creating the plastics industry. Can he see enough of that 4 for that combo without hitting the 8 ball first? Oh, he's playing the 4 off the 7 into the bottom left-hand corner. And he is going to call a ref.
He's going into the 7, but the 8 ball's right there, so it's just super cool.
Ah, there we go, Sam. Awesome, posted the link to exactly what I'm talking about. So close hit here. Oh, great shot. Wow. Wow. What a great shot. Yeah, you're 100% correct, Marshall. If my memory is correct, Chicago alone, the city of Chicago had over 800 pool halls back in those days. And to put that in perspective, if you were to take, and I think it's even, it talks about this in the link that Sam posted, but if you took all of the McDonald's and gas stations right now currently in Chicago, it still does not equate to over 800. That's how big pool was back in the day. CJ looking to put the 11 into that left side pocket. Nice little floater. Ooh. Adrenaline stroked it into the pocket. Kind of wiped its feet. Went in the hole, but he's left himself a little bit off angle, but puts it in the heart. CJ Smith clawing one back, keeping himself in it. Yes, Jim, that may have qualified. But the in-off type of shots, not really as difficult as what some of the other shots have been. Certainly the 8 ball made it a little bit tougher, but he hit it good, no doubt. Great shot. But I think there's more difficult ones out there. Yikes. Cue ball gets kicked into the top right-hand corner. Really good opportunity for CJ here. Really nice layout on the table. Get underneath this 6 ball, bump the 15 out of the way. That sets him on the 2. From there, it's wide open spaces. You just got to be cognizant of where you're going to put the 15 ball. You just kind of want to nudge it a little bit. Don't send it over to the 4. Yeah, perfect. He's now sitting in full control of the table. Everything has a home. We could go 6-4. Start to put a little bit of the heat back on Bryce. Yeah, the cut on the 8, that was certainly difficult. Got a little bit of a jelly rub there. If that 10 ball doesn't move, he would have been in a little bit of trouble. But he's still sitting okay here. And I know he's off angle. I might take that 1 ball. It leads naturally to go back in between the 5 and the 4. definitely does not want to be straight in on the 1 ball, so going to have to take the 4 here, pop the rail, shoot the gap between the 13-10 for the 1 to the bottom left. Look out, 10. I don't know. Looks like airtime here for CJ. Going to have to pop over that 10 ball. Make the 1 ball bottom left-hand corner. I think Poole went through a little bit of a transition somehow where it became, what's the best word? It became frowned upon. It became kind of this dark back alley type of sport because of all the gambling and fights that it caused and so on and so forth. I would think that's not applicable today. But the reputation is still there. Is it changing? I don't know. I think there's still a little bit of work to do to kind of get rid of the preconceived notion that billiards is kind of a back alley type of sport. It's coming, I guess, coming along. But there's still a little bit of work to be done that way. Became all about the hustle. Oh, no. Oh, I thought, wow. I thought he was going to get unlucky with that cue ball heading towards the 1. I thought he was going to scratch there, but still has to be careful here. Got to control that cue ball. Does exactly that. Bryce in really, really good position here. Did not want that rub. Overhit it a touch. Is he going to try the bank? He is. With a controlled cue ball. Plays the 2-way. Really, really nicely done. Really nice shot. Oh, great shot from CJ. He can start applying a little bit of pressure here to Bryce. Oh no, caught it thick. Caught the 8 ball thick. You blame Tom Cruise before that. How you doing, Wambra? Nice to see you, my friend. And Bryce looking to close escrow on the match with this 8 ball, and indeed does. Takes the match 7-3. Bryce Powell coming out victorious over CJ Smith. And I'm not going to waste a lot of time, guys. I'm going to do a quick shutdown, restart, get the next set of matches locked, loaded, ready to go. I would assume they're going to keep me running from start to finish here today, just so we make sure that we get everything in. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you've gone onto the Facebook page, hit that like button so that when I get back online, you'll get notified. You can jump back on the live stream again. I'll do a quick shutdown, restart. I will be back here in just a few minutes. Hopefully we'll see y'all then. Don't go far, guys. I'll be right back.